Hello and welcome to my first top 25 LOL Esports Power Ranking since MSI. Split starts tomorrow in the LPL, so got to get this video out. My intentions are to do these videos every Tuesday going forward after, the first week. It just depends now that I work full time. This video is important. Trying to get it out. It is my most viewed series, so I will be making it a priority. You notice on the board there are teams on here. This is not what it was before, and you are right. I am, if you've paid attention to the last week, I've been doing stuff with the Discord, with the Hall of Fame and things like that, and I've been encouraging people to join the Discord. We do multiple things on there, and I'm going to go over that in the roundup later on today once more. I told the Discord, and I only gave them like 24, 36 hours, so we had 10 participants. But the intention is weekly to include what the Discord power rankings are on the board and then write in my own. So in blue are the Discord power rankings. For context, 10 people, like I said, voted. 4 that consider themselves LEC supporters. 2 LCK, 2 LCS. Excuse me, an LPL. Actually, you know what? I think I made a mistake here. I think it's 2 LPL, 2 LCS, 1 LCK, and then a minor region dash unknown, somebody that has not picked a region. If you join the Discord on the Rules and Roles channel, you have to, well, you can choose which region you support or that represents you, and that will change the color of your name in the Discord, and then we know, okay, this person is saying this thing, and now we know, okay, well, they are a X fan or this fan, so it does make sense why they feel that way. So these are the top 25, and then I include the teams that also received votes that did not make the top 25 from the Discord. So first things first, we're just going to go over the ones that didn't get into the top 25 that received votes on the Discord. 100 Thieves, and this is in order from most votes to least votes, or most points to least points to just miss. 100 Thieves, Team Liquid, RNG, Astralis, Koi, DRX, FPX, Ninja in Pajamas, LGD, OK Bro, now they're OK Bro instead of just Bro, Fnatic, and Frank Esports. All were picked at least once in the top 25 or more, but did not get enough points to end up in the top 25 for the Discord. So those teams on the outside looking in for the Discord, that does not necessarily mean for me, but there's only a couple teams difference that I have versus the Discord. It's more of an orders thing. So, 25th for me is the only minor region team on here, and I have to work on the minor region algorithm a little bit after MSI. I have not done it yet because we did have some, Vietnam looked very bad, so I have to kind of adjust. But 25th is PSG from the PCS. PSG looks solid at times. Junjia looked really good, in my opinion. Some people didn't think so, but I thought Junjia looked fine. It was more Yubao that looked out of place at times. Ozzy and top lane, not great. Wako and Woody leaving a little bit to be desired. PSG, best PCS team, best minor region team right now. I'm going to, like I said, work on that algorithm a bit and try and see if the hierarchy has changed significantly when I include Worlds plus MSI with what happened. So 25th right now is PSG. Got to have a minor region team in there. And the Discord also has PSG 25th. So that works out. 24th, I have our Mad Lions. I think Mad Lions are going to go to Worlds despite what the LEC fans would like. They don't want Mad Lions to go because Mad Lions struggle internationally, but it's a matter of fact that they do very well domestically. By the way, context, I had the Discord do this top 25 in the thought process of these teams play a best of 5 today, who wins? just for context. This is not about, oh, who do you think's going to go to Worlds? Even though I just said Mad Lions, I think, are going to go to Worlds, I still think they're a top 25 team. I think they're going to beat the majority of LEC teams if they played right now, and the majority of the teams below them, because Mad Lions just have a way of doing that domestically. The Discord had the Kwangdong Freaks there. 23rd, I have 100 Thieves. I think 100 Thieves have a lot of potential this split. Discord has Team World Elite, but 100 Thieves, Quid in mid lane. Genji Academy Quid. So this player is somebody I had in high regard going into the year. I've said it multiple times. I thought Genji should have sold him then, so they could have held on to Ruler or Lehens. Obviously, Genji win LCK Spring, so it works out for them. They know more than I do. And at the same time, I still think they should have sold Quid if they wanted to, you know, not claim that they're not, that, you know, that they're struggling financially. They didn't necessarily say they're struggling, but they said money isn't there like it was before. Well, if you sell Quid, you sell Zest before the split starts, you make up some of that. So finally they do so, and the 100 Thieves have him. So an excellent young Korean mid laner that I am hyped about. I think 100 Thieves have a lot of potential. They might have the best mid laner in the LCS right away. And with that in mind, the way Doublelift played, I thought Doublelift was one of the better 80 carries in spring. I think I had him third in my All-Pro voting. So I think 100 Thieves are fine. They have Someday in top lane now over Tenacity. If Someday can embrace the impact role and just kind of say, okay, I'm not a Fiora player anymore. I can't do that stuff anymore. I'm just going to play tanks. I think 100 Thieves are going to be fine. 22nd, I have Ninja in Pajamas. Ooh, this is not the marker I wanted. This is where the Discord had Mad Lions. So NiP have made some changes, mainly in mid lane. They have went from Dream to Angel. I think Angel and Photic are two players that are in the upper half of the region. And if you're going to have two upper half region players in the LPL in the carry roles, I think they're fine. Photic and Ju look very good in bot. I think Angel's going to be a big improvement over Dream. Shadow leaves a lot to be desired. I don't think he's very good. And Invincible, I thought had some potential. His stats looked good in the LDL. Did he leave a lot on the table this past split? Yes. We'll see if he can take the next step. I think that they have an opportunity to be a borderline playoff team. And right now, I think they're fine. 21st is KDF. I think KDF are very interesting. This is where the Discord had Golden Guardians. I think that as far as KDF are concerned, I thought Bulldog... This is a tough thing. People don't like hearing this because Pays immediately took the region by storm, right? He looked fantastic. But Bulldog, I thought, deserves a lot more credit than he gets as a rookie on a team that frankly stinks. That he was able to do so well throughout the entire split. He was my rookie of the split because honestly, what he had to do was probably more impressive to me than what Pays' job was. And with that, I thought KDF really improved over the last second round robin. And I think they're a top 6 LCK team. I think they're going to make the playoffs. A lot of people try and make that a hot take. I don't think it's hot. I think KDF are entirely capable of getting into the top 6. 20th is Team World Elite. This is where the Discord had Thunder Talk. Team World Elite have added Cube in top lane. So Cube definitely an improvement over Bew for sure. So that's a big deal. Hang, I think, is very good in the jungle. Shanks in mid, I had him as a top 5 mid laner in the world right now to me. I think he's excellent. Hope, and then, shoot, who's the support alongside Hope? Oh my god. How can I say this when I have Team Wee up here? Oh, shoot. Iwandi. Team Wee, I think, have potential to you know, take games off of actually good teams. I don't think that they, you know, this whole like talking about the Worlds thing. I don't want to talk about the Worlds thing, but I think that they are going to be much better than they were in spring. 19th, I have IG. This is where the Discord also had IG. Now they have Cryan and in place of Dove. Now the thing is, they have went with a new coach, so we got to factor that in. And they have a rookie jungler right now in Tianjin. I think Tianjin looks very good. I think his stats were excellent in the LDL. He has a very bright future. But at the same time, now you have YSKM, who has not looked the same since his health issues, and Tianjin in jungle in place of Gideon. I think he's better than Gideon, but there's going to be some variance because he is so young. So IG are 19th tentatively right now. They did drop out of the top 25 towards the end of the split because they did so awful in the second half. But we'll see what these changes end up doing. 18th is Thunder Talk. Did I not even put Vitality in my... Oops. Not even an oops. I can back that up. Vitality have to prove that they can win in the playoffs. In a best of 5. They haven't won a best of 5 domestically, have they? So, for me to think that they're going to win a best of 5 at random, see, I bailed myself out a bit. 18th, Thunder Talk. Discord had Vitality. The thing is with Thunder Talk, I'm a big Wanfeng fan. I've always said that I think Thunder Talk is my guilty pleasure. I try and say I have no bias. Thunder Talk is my 0.01% because they're an underdog. I do not like that they're adding in other bot laners, another bot lane to kind of compete with Wanfeng Yao Yao. I think that's a mistake. But I think Bechuan UCal looked very good in spring. And Thunder Talk are probably going to be around where they were in spring. Next, 17th is BDS. So the reason why BDS ends up where they do is because I think Adam really struggled towards the end of spring in the best of 5s, which best of 5, best of 3s, really took on a more of a, you know, team-centric role, which I think is important because he did look very solo dolo before that. Now, Crowny may look good in the LEC, but how does he match up internationally? Frankly, I have him behind better bot laners. Like, that's the thing. Like, when you have a team that says, you know, this is who we play through, this is our carry, this is the person with 1/3 or more of our damage consistently, if he's against somebody that's better than him, what's he going to do? So, with that in mind, I have to have BDS where I do. Plus, I want to see if Sheo and Nuke can continue to play the way they have. Very good split in spring. We're solid in winter, but we saw SK drop off the face of the earth after winter, right? So we need to see BDS continue to show what they've already, you know, done. 16th is Sandbox for me. Oh, by the way, 17th, the Discord also had BDS there. 16th, I have Sandbox. That's where the Discord has Cloud9. I think Sandbox... I mean... So my deal with Sandbox is this, and I've said this a couple times. Some people disagree, which is fine. I felt like the bot lane of Sandbox was the most consistent part. I think Birdall is a bit coin flippy. I think Closer is very coin flippy. And Willer showed a lot of, you know, good things on Wukong and Sejuani. I'd like to see more, kind of like the BDS thing out of those players, because those players, well, Closer has been around, so. But Willer and Birdall, being starters for an entire split like that, I want to see if they can continue to do that the next split. Now, as far as it relates to bot lane, I think Cal is excellent. He was in my top 5 supports. But Teddy is better than Envy. However, when I look at Sandbox, the bot lane is the most consistent part. So if Teddy is there, it continues to just be the most consistent part. I don't really believe Sandbox got better in the win-loss column. Maybe in a shot calling way, maybe they're going to be in best of 5 situations. In terms of results in the regular season, I don't think that that changes much with Teddy, which is, I guess, a hot take to some people. 15th is FlyQuest. This is where the Discord had Sandbox. FlyQuest now have Vulcan. I think Vulcan is one of the best, if not the best, supports in the LCS. Probably, you know, top 3 or 4 in the West. Alongside Prince, that's going to be good. I wonder if there's going to be some communication issues. We'll see if Prince's English can hold up, or Vulcan's Korean. Vikla, still a young player, only has played for 3 splits in his career at the pro level. Did int a bit in the playoffs, and that was his first taste, really, of playoffs. So, you know, FlyQuest need to just get it together, right? I didn't think that they were going to win spring. They didn't. It's a shocker that they lost to Golden Guardians, but it is what it is. So with that in mind, FlyQuest are 15th. Excuse me, top LCS team C9 are 14th. This is where the Discord had top Esports. I think C9 are still better than Fly until Fly beats C9. In a best of 5 situation, I like what Fudge offers. He's more unpredictable than Impact right now. It impacts, you know, at this point, Impact's career. I think Blabber Spica's a watch. I think Eminez is a coin flip for sure versus Vikla. Berserker and Sven versus Prince and Vulcan. Prince needs to show up in a best of 5, and he simply hasn't done it yet in his career. So, in a best of 5, still got to see if Prince can get it done. So that's the last LCS team. Can put that marker away. And I don't need this one either. What do we got here? Next is 13th HLE. This is where the Discord had FlyQuest. Clid needs to be better. Viper can only do so much. Zeka needs to play more than 3 champions. If those things happen, HLE goes from here to not there, but probably here. But the first part, Clid needs to actually like play League of Legends better. That is a big part for why they are where they are. 12th is G2. This is where the Discord also had G2. I was really impressed with how Yike played internationally. Very one-dimensional still. I would like to see more facilitator things because Caps has really struggled, in my opinion, in the role he's in. Like, I don't think he's done great. He's done serviceable, but internationally, he struggled. So, with that in mind, I really, Caps needs to get a little bit back in form, and really that's what they need. And it's kind of weird to say that, but like BB, I like BB's randomness in top lane. I think that gives him an opportunity to match up against better tops. In terms of overall play, I did say that BB probably isn't in the top 15 for me in the world. I did say that in my top 5 video, and I do believe that. However, I think that if you play something random in top, it can equalize a matchup. So, that's a thing. Bot lane kind of does its thing. Leave Draven up. Don't waste a ban. Just ban out Yike and you're probably fine. So, 12th, G2. 11th are top esports for me. This is where the Discord had HLE. I think it's looking like Wayward might be the starter. Wayward is better than Qingtian in my opinion. Last split, the meta fit Qingtian better, Bruisers, but I think Wayward is the better of the 2 players, which should help everybody. And, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking if they get Ming, as rumors have suggested, could be a possibility, they go up over here. Like, Ming can fix Jackie Love's inting issues, I'd like to think. And if that ends up being the case, Ming has been with better AD carries than Jackie Love. That would be absolutely so... It'd just be so scary. That'd be so scary. 10th are OMG. This is where D+ is for the Discord. So, OMG. A lot of people, OMG, going into spring, I had them as a top 25 team. They struggled at first, and I dropped them out. They returned to form, got better, kept improving. Abel and PP God. PP God gets there, really solidifies the bot lane. Abel still ints a bit, but that aggression helps them. Cream, one-dimensional as hell. Aki, I think, is definitely, well, I don't think, I'm pretty sure he is their worst player. Shanji is excellent when he's on his game. So OMG are a very good team. They're a threat to go to Worlds. I think that they are the type of team that could beat a very good team. They can beat a top. They could probably beat like a Weibo or even like an EDG, BLG. It's just a matter of how they show up that day, and that's kind of the way you got to look at it. 9th are Weibo for me. This is where KT is in the power rankings for the Discord. Weibo, new coach. We'll see how that goes. They've signed a substitute jungler to back up Karsa that we'll talk about in the roundup later on today. I'm going to record that video after this one, and it'll be uploaded later. So, Weibo, if they can figure it out, if the Shy doesn't int. Light is very talented. Crisp did well alongside him. Xiaohu is a great facilitator. Karsa is a great facilitator. If the Shy can just stop inting, that team's very good. But that's a big if, right? That's a monster if. 8th for me is EDG. This is where Weibo was. Fofo needs to follow it up. I thought he did very good in spring against my expectations. Leave in the playoffs, not quite as good as he was in the regular season, which is fine. He was a rookie. That happens. Mako probably deserved MVP in my opinion. Now, so that means Fofo needs to just continue to play the way he was. And Leave needs to develop. That's not a tall ask. I'm not blaming Leave for struggling in the playoffs in his first time in a big moment. I say that all the time. I give players grace. That's allowed. Young players are allowed to make mistakes on the big stage, in the big moments. It's just like, but in a best of 5, if they play today, right now, all I have is that Leave struggles in the big moment. So, 8th for him. 7th for me is D+. This is where OMG are. I think D+ are obviously super good. Kana in top lane, I still wish Thanatos was playing over him, but he's not. So, Kana doing his thing. Canyon, still one of the best, if not the best junglers in the world, if not for sure in the conversation forever. Showmaker, excellent. Deft and Kellen, very good duo. If Canyon can continue to facilitate to help them get ahead, Deft can carry the load after that. So, D+, still a Worlds threat. I predicted them to win Worlds before the season started. I think that is still something that I could see happening. 6th is KT. This is where Genji are. In the Discord, I think KT, the way they competed against T1 in the playoffs is indicative. I think Keen is Keen has kind of returned to the way he was in terms of being super freaking good. It's Cuz that's the problem. If Cuz can figure his deal out, they're in a good spot, because unlike HLE, so like aiming is not Viper. Lahens is better than Life, but aiming is not Viper. BDD offers more than Zeka does as a complete player. Zeka higher highs, but if you ban the things he's good at, all of a sudden he drops way below BDD, and BDD can run rampant around the Rift and make things happen. Keen can get ahead of Kingen because Keen is a different type of player, and he's so much better. Cuz and Clid both inters. If Cuz cannot int, KT beats most teams. 5th, Gen G. This is where EDG were on the Discord. They got 1 first place vote. Keep that in mind. That was one of the LPL fans. So, like I said, we keep everything transparent. LPL fan made EDG first. But Gen G, they beat T1, this and that. If T1 Gen G play today, I'm picking T1. and I'm picking the teams above them. That's how it works. So, super good team. Really impressed in spring. Did solid at MSI. Did their job to some degree. Now, people, I'm expecting the comments about LCK versus LPL in the comment section that, like, weren't there after MSI. Like, so in my prediction video, we had a lot of naysayers. And I've already taken my victory lap and took a dump on their faces. But they were really quiet. And I kind of expect them to return in this one. So when you comment, make sure you go back to the videos you missed and you acknowledge that you didn't have any clue of what you're talking about MSI. And we're not going to like ignore what just happened in terms of how would they fare in a best of 5 today. Fourth, BLG. BLG beat Genji not too long ago, right? BLG are fourth in the Discord. They just beat them. So why not, right? That doesn't hold true. Obviously, there's an LCK team above them. So, BLG, I think beats Genji. I think Elk looked very good. Yagao, actually, despite losing lane to Chovy, did a lot of work. Shun looked very good. And Bin is just excellent. So, in a best of 5, I'm taking them. Third is LNG. This is where T1 are in the Discord power rankings. They have one first place vote. It is by the LCK fan. Keep that in mind. So with that caveat there, they added Gala. That has brought them from like here to here because Scout, Tarzan were already excellent. Zika's excellent. Hung did very well. And Gala is a super good player. We'll see how he does without Ming. But right now in a best of 5 setting, I'm taking LNG. I think that these sort of teams up here could beat each other on any day. But I think LNG beats everybody below them pretty easily. Second is T1. LNG are here on the Discord. I think T1 are still very good. MSI was not good for them. But in a best of 5, I'm probably taking T1 over these other teams. I try and look at it this way too, because some people like to just like say weird things. When I think of like how would they fare in a best of 5 today, I say to myself, if it was even odds, who's my money going to go on? If I could legally gamble and I drop my ethics and things like that, not to say, you know, you're morally wrong to gamble, but that I just don't want to do it myself, that I would be taking T1 over the teams below them at even odds. Not some, no, even. And that's kind of the deal. First is JDG. Discord picked JDG first. They have 8 of the 10 votes. They just won MSI. So, I think that goes without saying. You saw my top 5 video. I think that they have a top 5 player in every role. The best player in 4 roles right now. Just good luck stopping them. I thought that they would be at this place in summer. I didn't think that they would win spring. Before spring, I thought Top Esports had a better chance. Then they imploded, coaching problems and this and that. So for JDG to already be here, there is Grand Slam potential for them. And I think right now I'm picking them in a best of 5 against everybody. So that's it for the top 25 power rankings. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And I hope to see you again tomorrow.